Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another marvelous video. Today we'll be talking about a really cute and quite unique baby, unlike any other. By the title, you've probably already guessed who will be the topic of our discussion, but this bizarre addition to the iconic Addams family is something we shouldn't miss. So, without wasting any time with mundane chit-chat, let's dive headfirst into the origins of the cutest yet oddest baby we know, Pubert Addams. Before we get into this explanation, we do have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to the channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is Pubert Addams? Pubert Addams is the youngest child of Morticia and Gomez Addams. He's the younger brother of Wednesday and Pugsley Addams. The Addamses considered naming him Lucifer, Benito, or Mao, but they settled on Pubert, possibly because it's short for puberty, and their youngest kid was born with a few adolescent-like features. Don't worry, we'll get into that. Pubert Addams first appeared in the 1993 movie Addams Family Values, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. What makes this baby stand out from any other movie baby is his most iconic feature, a fully grown, perfectly styled mustache that would make even the fanciest gentleman jealous. This unique trait turns what could have just been another family member into a hilarious visual gag that really captures how the Addams family goes against the usual norms. Although, honestly, if you ask us, he just looks like a tiny version of Gomez, at least if you look closely. Why the name Pubert? The character's name holds important historical meaning in the Addams family story. Charles Addams, who first created the family, originally planned to name the character that eventually turned into Pugsley Pubert. However, during the 60s, television censors thought the name was too suggestive, worrying that viewers would associate it with puberty and find it unsuitable for airing. The name was changed to Pugsley for the television series. However, Paul Rudnick brought back the original name for the 1993 film, giving Charles Addams's intended name a place in the family tree. This naming choice reflects more than just nostalgia. It reflects the film's dedication to honoring the creator's original vision while also pushing back against the censorship that had previously limited it. The 1990s were a period where filmmakers enjoyed greater creative freedom. They could include ideas and themes that television executives had previously considered too risque for family audiences. In fact, the title of the sequel, Addams Family Values, was derived from a contentious speech delivered in 1992 by Dan Quayle, who was then vice president. He stated that a decline in family values was responsible for the riots in Los Angeles. Pubert Addams's role in the story. In the movie Addams Family Values, Morticia tells her family that she's pregnant. At the hospital, the baby's delivery is taking place. Wednesday and Pugsley are engaging in a heated discussion regarding the gender of the newborn, with Wednesday believing it's a girl and Pugsley asserting it's a boy. At that moment, Gomez enters the room and confidently declares the newborn is an Addams. Later, the baby is born and Morticia places him in his crib. When he cries, she places a big scary bear toy that instantly makes him laugh. Wednesday and Pugsley begin to worry about the tradition that when a new baby arrives, one of the older children must die. Wednesday then mentions that they only require one boy, which disappoints Pugsley. They then observe the family gathering around Pubert as he releases a flaming arrow. Seeing so much attention focused on the newborn, Wednesday twists off the head of a doll, which hints at the sibling rivalry that's about to begin. Initially, Wednesday and Pugsley kidnap their little brother, Pubert, and take him to the top of a building. Wednesday then decides to play a game. She holds Pubert herself and tells Pugsley to hold the cannonball. Now, if you're wondering what she's trying to do and you think she's going to cannonball Pubert to somewhere else, then you're definitely wrong. Her actual desire is to see who will hit the ground first, the cannonball or their younger brother Pubert. She lets go of Pubert just as Pugsley releases the cannonball. Strangely enough, Gomez had opened the door at just that moment and caught Pubert while the cannonball struck Lurch on the head. The parents ask the children why they dislike the baby so much. The children reply that they just want to play. The parents believe their older children have assumed that they love the new baby more and think that one child must die when the baby is born. However, that case used to be true but isn't anymore. Nevertheless, the kids abduct Pubert once again, and this time they try to behead him in an old-fashioned way with a guillotine. But, strangely enough, Pubert is able to stop the blade. The family ends up hiring several nannies, but the kids scare them away. Finally, they hire someone named Debbie Jelinski. The kids deceive Pubert into going under an anvil and then let it fall, but Debbie saves him just in time and carries him away before it can and land on him. Later, Wednesday secretly observes Debbie and Pubert. Strangely, not long after, she appears to be upset when Debbie refers to Pubert as a brat. Fester and Debbie end up getting married, and after Fester leaves his family for Debbie, Pubert becomes somewhat ill and returns to being a normal baby like we usually see. He gets fair skin and blonde hair and mustache, by the way. His family is shocked, and Morticia is upset about his choice of book, The Cat in the Hat. Eventually, Fester returns after discovering that Debbie is a serial killer who intends to murder him and take his wealth, and this strangely prompts Pubert to revert to his normal gentleman's mustached state. But Debbie is back with a plan, and she captures the Addams family. Who saves the day? Oddball Pubert uses a knife to escape from his crib and ends up flying through the air into the house where Debbie and the Addams family are. Just when Debbie is about to pull the lever that will electrocute the family, Pubert attaches the wires and sends the electricity to Debbie, which kills her. He then laughs at the ashes that used to be Debbie. In the 1998 film Addams Family Reunion, as well as the new Addams Family series, there have been references to the character Pubert. In these works, the character Wednesday mentions that they used to have a third sibling, but her brother Pugsley consumed him. Why was Pubert created? The sequel, Addams Family Values, which came out in 1993, aimed to add more outrageous humor to the quirky world of the Addams family. The character of Pubert was included to create new storylines and themes, making the film more than just a comedy. The filmmakers understood that adding a baby to a family comedy opens up many storytelling options. They used this idea in a unique and twisted way that fit the Addams family style. The filmmakers came up with a character who really turns the idea of childhood innocence and what's considered normal on its head. It's a strong pushback against strict family values. The character tests the family's unconditional love and acceptance. At first, Wednesday and Pugsley see their youngest brother as an unwanted intruder they want to get rid of. However, their parents' strong love for their unusual child shows that true family bonds go beyond superficial differences. How was Pubert designed? It's said that Pubert's character was designed using three main methods. First, they used twin babies to capture natural movements and expressions. The role of Pubert was portrayed by twin sisters, Caitlin and Kristen Hooper, both born on August 25, 1992. Second, they applied makeup and prosthetics to give him his signature moustache and pale skin. Third, they used a custom animatronic baby puppet for dangerous or specific scenes, although there are no strong claims that animatronics were widely used for the mustache. Pubert looked like a cute little version of his dad, Gomez Addams. He had a light skin tone, dark hair, and a mustache that gave him that mini Gomez vibe. He had a scary frown that added to his ugly appearance. Well, ugly for some, we found Pubert adorable in every situation. Nevertheless, his vulnerability and naivete as an infant kept him from being a genuinely terrifying figure, endearing him to the audience. Pubert's mustache is basically an over-the-top version of his dad's facial hair. It's funny because it mixes the cuteness of a baby with the adult vibe of a mustache. Seeing a grown-up mustache on a baby's face is weird, but also hilarious. What does Pubert Addams represent? Pubert Addams isn't just there to move the story along, he's a symbol that shakes up a lot of social norms and expectations. Just by being there, he makes us rethink what we believe about childhood innocence and how families work, and the crazy rules society has about how people should look and act. The mustache was added to rebel against what people perceive as childhood innocence. Why? Because childhood usually represents purity, naivete, and the absence of adult characteristics or concerns. Pubert's facial hair goes against these expectations and suggests that innocence and experience can exist together. This contradiction challenges viewers to consider whether their discomfort is based on real concern for the child or their own strict beliefs about how children should look. Pubert serves as a darkly funny look at how we expect adult traits from infants. His mustache suggests wisdom and maturity, qualities we usually link to adult men. However, he can't even talk or walk yet. This contrast shows how silly it is to think that how someone looks indicates their mental or emotional growth. The character also serves as a fun take on how obsessed society is with looks and fitting in. While a lot of parents might feel the need to get help or feel awkward about a kid who stands out too much, Gomez and Morticia totally embrace their son's unique quirks as cute family traits. Their approach shows a different way of parenting that values unconditional love over what's considered socially acceptable. The Addams family core is all about embracing the weird, the dark, and the different as things to take pride in, not hide away. In a normie world that often compels families to mold and fix anything out of the ordinary, the way the Addams family celebrates their eccentric kids, Wednesday and Pugsley, along with their little baby with a mustache, sends a strong message about truly accepting and finding beauty in love that isn't typical. Marvelous verdict! 30 years since his debut, Pubert Addams shows how dark humor can be used to tackle serious social issues effectively. His story proves that good satire often uses exaggeration and absurdity, highlighting the random nature of social norms with extreme examples. Despite being short, Pubert Addams has a lasting impact, not just because of his unique appearance, but because he shows real family values that focus on love instead of fitting in. The Addams love you for who you are, not who you mold yourself into. True family values come from embracing the unique traits that make each person special, mustaches included. So that's a wrap on today's video. What do you find interesting about our little mini Gomez? You think he might ever make a comeback on TV screens? Let us know your thoughts on Pubert in the comments section down below. Also, if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. We look forward to seeing you in our next marvelous video. Until then, stay safe and take care, and thanks for watching.